All right, man, we back. Goodfellas Sports TV, partner and condition in the back. But I was waiting to do this live stream all fucking week so far. I think we today Wednesday. I be scrambled up a little bit, and we're gonna talk about the Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, WAP backlash. Is it warranted, or do we got a bunch of hypocrites, or what the overall impact of it as well too? We talk about that. Also, the city girls say guys, males are threatened by females dominating rap, and also Nick Cannon is suing Viacom for $1.5 billion over the brand name of Wild and Out. So let's get into it. Sugar Short in the building, Young Elder in the building, Zulu Immortal in the building. And don't forget, best way to donate to the channel is to share the video, but Cash App, PayPal in the description. As always, for premieres and live streams, the super chat is open, but I do prefer PayPal or Cash App. But hey, best way to help me out is to share the video. Make sure you thumbs up the video when you walk through the building, or on the replay, you thumbs up the video, however it go. I appreciate if you watch it live. Appreciate if you watch the replay. I really, really do. Other than that, don't forget you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All my social media links in the description. If you ever need to reach out to me for a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request, or just chop it up, or you have a YouTube question or whatever it may be, Twitter's the fastest way, then IG, then Facebook. Also got a Facebook group if you want to join that. Appreciate everybody who check out the Facebook group. So pretty much we got the pleasantries out the way. Okay. I looked at the web video, and I can say I seen videos that are a lot worse than wet as far as the dancing, the clothing, as far as the overall thing. I seen a lot more skin and a lot of the BT uncut videos, right? One of the things that stick out to me about the video is one of the things that's kind of our own pandemic in the black community right now is the acceptability of our women being hoes. But somehow when you talk about women issues, they deflect it and they become male issues. Oh, if you men stepped up and did what y'all supposed to do, what black females gotta understand is this. I hate to say it this way, but like I said, I'm not on that pro black shit no more. I, as a black man, can get a white chick, a Latino chick, whatever. I can have that. Basically, the other ethnic groups don't want y'all. They don't want to put up with y'all shit. Let's just keep it 100. They don't. They don't want to put up Corey Lee Salute. They don't want to put up with the several different baby daddies. They don't want to put up with, we got to settle. As men, it's acceptable. As black men, it's acceptable. We supposed to settle. If we can't get a tier 2 chick, that's what we like, we supposed to go to a tier 3 or a tier 4. We not strong enough. That's the notion to deal with that bullshit. At the end of the day, I got one life to live. And I don't want my one life to live or 1 minute I one life to live to be with somebody that I gotta fight with on every single thing. So that's not all women. There are some great black women out there. There are some strong black women out there. But let's keep it 100. We supposed to settle while they don't. That's the truth about the matter. Another point. It's all right, let's get back to acceptable with being hoes. When I listen to that song, the first thing that stand out to me when I actually sat down and listened to it, is there some whores in this house? Is there some whores in this house? This bitch said, I said that. Cardi B, this bitch said that I'm a wife, but I don't cook and I don't clean. Be honest. Let's keep it 100. Would you marry Cardi B as a black man? As a man in general, would you marry Cardi B? You got a daughter with Cardi B. Is that the image that you want your daughter looking up to Cardi, to seeing her mama being a hoe? Let's keep it 100. Is that the image that you want your wife up there doing? Do you think Jay-Z would allow Beyonce to be up there doing that? Let's keep it funky. Funky like an old batch of collard greens. What would you want your wife to be up there doing that? Would you marry a woman who has a history of stripping? Would you marry a woman who got a history of drugging dudes up and stealing their money? Let's keep it 100. Would you? Would you? I don't care what nobody say. One time for the one time, I don't want nothing that's plastic. She couldn't even be in my existence, bro. Where I'm at as a man, she couldn't even be in my existence. The energy and the levels that I'm trying to reach, I can't take her with me. So it's some whores in this house. Last time I checked, Kylie Jenner was in that house, Megan Thee Stallion was in that house, and the Cardi. So y'all whores. But if I call you a bitch, if I call you a whore, if I call you a thought, if I call you a hoe, if I call you a slut, I'm out of line for it. That you say that to a woman, she'll call her friend the B word all day. Hoe, slut, they dance to it. Drake said it. What Drake say? I hate calling the bitches bitches, but the bitches love it. He said it's cool, but all of a sudden you say it, and it's like, oh, you ain't gonna treat me like. But hey, you let all these people say you a hoe, you a bitch, you a trick, you a thought. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it 100 on that. First time you listen to music, first thing that come on other than the beat, it's some whores in this house. It's some whores in this house. And motherfuckers proud about that and they promoting that. I mean, what planet we living on? What planet we living on? Other than some of the stupid ass lyrics in the song, I don't have an issue with the music video. It is what it is. They want to twerk, they want to hump the air and stuff of that nature. Hey, I seen a lot worse. People forget my neck, my back, my pussy and my crack. People forget that. Must be your ass that it ain't your face. I need a tip drill. I need a tip drill. Remember that video? Don't forget, act like some of y'all mammies wasn't out there at the Freaknik back in Atlanta in the 90s. So let's not forget that this ain't the most this ain't the most degrading music video of all time for women in hip hop in general. It's not. But does it make me proud? No. Do you want your daughters listening to it? No. Do you want your sisters, your nieces listening to it? No. I wouldn't. But you know what? To each his own. If your baby mama or your wife or your girlfriend allow your daughter to listen to those songs, I mean, it's up to you as a man to cut that out, to nip that out the bud. It's up to you. But the backlash is just giving it more. It's promoting it more. It's putting it on the pedestal now. It's making it more and more popular. That's like fire getting more and more oxygen. You know what I'm saying? You feeding it more and more oxygen. The fire just gonna get out of control. Best thing to do is not to speak on it. To me, in general, this ain't even the tip of the iceberg. What's going on in hip hop? To me, this some shit on the back burner. This like the black eyed peas that's on the back of the burner and not the front burner of the stove. The real issue is what they doing to the males. That's the real issue. The real issue is what they doing to the males. Putting them in female clothes, is putting purses on them. You know what I'm saying? What Gunna say? All the fine niggas come out. That's the real issue. If we supposed to be the captains of the ship as black men, we supposed to be, the leaders of the community. That's who they attacking. What they doing to the females, that shit on the back burner. That ain't shit new. What they doing to the males, that's what everybody should be concerned about. Now they trying to make the females the leaders. Pay attention to what they doing. They trying to make the females the dominant species in the black community. They know exactly what they doing. And they trying to put the black man to the subsidiary or the secondary species. Y'all don't see it? All you niggas walking around with y'all tight skinny jeans, y'all ripped jeans on, and y'all tight shirts on, and your band purses around your waist, around your chest. Y'all don't see what y'all doing? They trying to make this society a gender fluid society. You got dykes marrying women. You got men marrying men. They trying to make the females the leader because they know females can't lead because they too emotional. Raise on salute. They too emotional to lead. And women go out there looking for another relationship with another woman. It ain't gonna work. It's two emotional creatures. And act like if they marry another woman, everything gonna be okay. Please, chicks cheat too. But what the real concern is what they doing to the males. New black men today are new black teens today are starting to become the females, and the females are starting to become the males. They are the breadwinners. The men are starting to do more of the housework, or the women are starting to be the breadwinner. They starting to dictate what they do and what they don't do, and that's sad. Now you got females leading the house. Now you got the blind leading the blind, and that's just the honest truth. This is the new. I wouldn't even say this is the new castration. This is the new way to take us out. In the 70s and 80s, it was all about heroin, cocaine. 80s, crack cocaine, putting guns in the back of cars for people to kill each other. This is the new way. This is the new way to take out the black man. This is the distraction. Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. This shit is a distraction. These females don't hold no weight in the grand scheme of hip hop. Let me let you know something. Edwin, salute. Cardi B ain't made a dime off rap yet. Let that sink in for a minute. Cardi B ain't made a dime off rap yet. Megan Thee Stallion out here in the 360 deal. In the grand scheme of things, this is a minor blow to hip hop. This ain't even something that we should even be discussing. Because when you dig deep, and I'm gonna say this when I get to the city girls, what they said. When you dig deep, when you snatch a layer off Cardi B, it ain't her pen writing those lyrics. You heard me? Them ain't her pen. Them at the end of the day, you need to understand a man is writing her lyrics. You hear Ruby Rose and JT from the City Girls, whatever the other one name, and Nicki Minaj. That's a man behind them writing that shit. Let that sink in for a minute. It's a man writing that stuff. So what did it go back? What I said in the beginning. What is the main vocal point of this overall, situation where they trying to break down our culture? It's with the males. It's the men. A man is writing the majority of those rhymes. Them Cast Style use a ghostwriter. These females acting like they doing something. They always act like, oh, we independent. The WNBA, we independent. We independent. We independent. But then again, they asking for men to wear the WNBA sweaters and support the WNBA. As a man, I wouldn't do it. You ain't about to diss me, and I'm about to promote your stuff. You feel what I'm saying? Imagine Jay-Z and Nas going back and forth at it, and Jay-Z walk out on stage with a Nas t-shirt. Nas the greatest. Get out of here. Get out of here. The very same reason for their existence, in the WNBA and hip hop are men. If it's all about females, then y'all get together, y'all find some female producers, y'all find some female engineers, y'all find some female mixers, y'all find some females to come to the WNBA game, y'all find some females to do all of that. Females to write y'all raps or write your own raps for a change. And see how far the female go. It's a reason why they want the female in the black community in the driver's seat. Because it's just a highway to it's just a highway road to hell. I ain't missing no words on this. And you notice Cardi B get all this support, but she ain't black. She claimed to be black because that's the popular thing to say. But when the shit fall down, I guarantee you she go say I'm Puerto Rican or I'm Dominican or whatever she is. This ain't no different than the United States dropping dope off in every hood or in the major hoods and poison us in the 80s. They just got a new approach. This is a 21st century approach to take us out. It's a different approach. Genius. They using hip hop to take us out. And they using the female against us to lead the community. So now you got our women mad at us. Oh, y'all don't do what y'all supposed to do. Oh, if y'all took care of your responsibilities. Look here. If your mammy ain't taught you what a good brother is by now, if your daddy, if you got one of your lives, ain't taught you what a good man is, it's your granddaddy, your grandmammies, all of them ain't taught y'all what a good man is and what a good provider is. If you ain't learned, excuse me, If they ain't taught them, then shit, the cycle gonna be repetitive. I see it all the time. This shit been going on since the 80s. Teenage women begin pregnant and picking the wrong dude. If you ain't learned from all these different motherfucking situations, you got all these teen mothers who had to struggle. If your mama and your daddy, couldn't save you, your grandmama can't save you, your mammy couldn't save you, that's on y'all. Don't put it on. Don't generalize. I don't want to generalize either side of it, female or black men or black females or black women. But then again, you know what a good dude is. You know what a good dude is. You have the power when and where to create another life. You know to tell that boy to put on the condom. You know to take birth control. We going on 30, 40 years of women still believing the baby gonna turn a teenage boy or a man into a responsible, faithful guy. Get out of here. You can miss me with that. But all this it kind of goes hand in hand when I'm talking about. It's to the point where plastic used to be for white girls. Don't forget that. Plastic and plastic surgery and those titties and booties and stuff, that should be for white girls. Long hair, you know what I'm saying? It's like the black woman is trying to be the white woman. And it's kind of the same thing with the males. That rock star shit and them tight clothes and being a rock star and the piercings, they trying to be like the white rock stars now. We usually set the trend. But with the whole thing with Cardi B, it doesn't matter. It's nothing that I can do to change the trajectory where the black community going at. There's nothing that you can do. You can say, oh, you got a platform, this, that, and the third. Come on. There's nothing that you can do. It's going to go its course. We too divided. We battling amongst each other. When George Floyd died and Breonna Taylor died, Drayshawn Reed died, Ahmaud Arbery died, the women were saying, oh, we need to be focusing on Breonna Taylor. Hey, it's only one job at a time. He said this has nothing to do with male versus female. What's wrong? I always say, shut up, get out of here. Who are you? This be killing me. Get out of here. You don't know what the fuck you talking about. You're probably a white boy. You know what I'm saying? This has everything to do. If we don't change our struggle if we still fighting amongst each other, how we expect to progress? If black men still killing black men and one black woman still battling with black men, how do you progress? How do you progress? He says, look here, it had nothing to do with women, whoever this mook is, right? But it says right here, city girls say males threatened by females dominating rap. Am I just making that article up? Am I? No, I'm not. But like I said before, it's nothing that we can do to change the trajectory. It is what it is. At this point, only thing you can do is make sure you get your household in order. If everybody had their yard in order, we can progress. It's no longer it takes a village to build to raise a kid no more. But quite frankly, it didn't bother me the video. Other than this saying it's some whores in this house, but I've completely let go. I've completely let go. My mission ain't to to galvanize the black community no more. I don't give a fuck. Because every time I look outside, it's another nigga killing another nigga. Every time I look outside, it's another black woman ready to go to war with another black man. Every time I look, it's a repetitive motherfucking situation. Teen mama get pregnant, teen daughter get pregnant, pick an ain't shit nigga, her daughter get pregnant. Man, I can't fight the good fight. Like I said in the beginning, I got one life to live. You got one life to live. Live it. Live it. Because you don't get 1 minute back in life. You can get $1 back. You can get $50 back. You can get clothes back. You can get shoes back. You can get cars back. But you can't get money. You can't get time back. So my thing ain't to go against what people say. Whatever you say. Because the main the main thing with me is this. I tried my best, but it ain't nothing gonna move. Ain't nothing gonna move. So they doing what they doing. When you come out and show the inconsistencies, or you say something like CeeLo Green, now CeeLo Green turn around and apologize for what he said. Everybody stand on their power, and then all of a sudden you blink or you go to sleep and they apologize. What he say was wrong. He said the infighting has kept us from growing. In the early days of rap, we had control of the message, and now it's all about what is controversial, and that is a fact. We had to control the message. We had to control the message till they found out rap was lucrative. When your A&Rs, your record corporate companies became white. Remember, Def Jam is white right now. They finessed Russell Simmons out of that. Once again, if you never watched my channel before, there is not one major distribution owned by a black person in music. Not Universal, whoever the major distributors are. I know Universal is one, Atlantic is one. I say this again. There is not one black person, man or woman, Oprah or Jay-Z or Puffy, that owns a major distribution in music today. Now, if you want a history lesson, there was going to be two black men that owned a major distribution was going to buy it. Sam Cooke and James Brown. Magically, Sam Cooke came out and died. James Brown backed out the deal. Therefore, we don't have it. There was a rumor going out there that Jay Prince and I forget who else was with him. It was Jay Prince and a few other powerful dudes in the hip hop game was going to buy. Irv Gotti, I think, was one of them. Was going to buy a major distribution. They was going to put their money together and get one. The word on the street is, I don't know how true it is, the word on the street is that Jay-Z told on them and they stopped the plans from that happening. That's just, I'm not sure how true that story is, but that's a rumor that goes out there, that's going on out there. So what you got to understand, if you take it back to who establishes what's hot and what's not, I mean, what story you want to follow? You want to follow NWA? Young Elder say, does the so-called black community care about the children's or no, they don't. They don't. And hold on to that thought for a minute. On God, hold on to that and I'll get into that. God said I'm not going to be talking that shit no more, but I'll talk it briefly. But what story you want to get into? There are many, many stories that I can show you about how and why hip-hop is not black. And it ain't start with Young Thug. It didn't start with Drake. It didn't start with DMX. It didn't start with Jay-Z. You want to go back? Let's just pick a story. You want NWA or you want Wu-Tang? Either or is fine with me. You go to NWA, right? They was rapping about dope man, all that stuff they was rapping about, gangster rap. Who had to let them in? They had Jerry Heller, their Jewish guy, and they had to let the white man say, okay, let's take a chance on this. Let's take a chance on this. They wasn't sure NWA was going gangster rap was gonna sell. This is why, Puff left Uptown Records. He got kicked out of there. This is why Wu-Tang had a hard time breaking in. All of this, your record, your A&Rs, your corporate Def Jams, your corporate Atlantic, Interscope, they didn't understand it. But once they found out that gangster rap, it was lucrative, they accepted it in and they started making money off of it. White people determine who's hot and who's not in hip hop, going back to when they saw a lot of money being in rap. That's what happened. When they seen a lot of money was involved in rap, you can get paid pimping these dudes and put these dudes in 360 deals. That's what happened. That's what happened. When rap was raw, the Sugar Hill Gang, Grandmaster Flash, and the Furious Five, and Kool Moe D, all that shit. Going back to then, whites determined what was hot and what was not in rap. Now you have some dudes that infiltrated rap, that infiltrated the record business, and they was able to kind of push how they wanted to push their music and stuff of that nature, like RZA and Cube. They had creative control, but after a while, that creative control stopped coming. It stopped coming. So you got to come back. So this has been in rotation for a long time. Now we did have a hiccup in this situation. The hiccup was the mixtape game. The mixtape game allowed guys like Jeezy, 50 Cent, T.I., you know what I'm saying, to create a buzz. I can finance my own music. I don't know if I worked at the factory, if I slung dope, if I whatever I did on the side. I was able to produce my own music. Shout out to Master P too. Sell tapes out the back of his trunk. Shout out to the whole Houston and Dallas and Texas. They did the same thing. I was able to create my own buzz without radio. They was able to cut the middleman out. You know what they did? The feds tried to stop the mixtape game. They raided DJ Drama and them, and they tried to stop it. Now you want to know why your favorite artists don't put as many mixtapes out anymore? One of the reasons that your favorite artist doesn't put mixtapes out anymore is because they put it in the contract that you can't produce mixtapes no more in the record deals. So the record labels don't want anybody giving away free music. But you had guys like Gucci who made his name off giving out free music. You had Dolph that made his name giving out free music. They found the loophole in the game without needing the radio station, and they shut that down quick. So the music industry, this has been going on since it began with rap. It's been going down. However you slice the cake, other than giving away your music for free and being your own boss and being independent, by the way. If you in the record business, a white person determines your fate. That's it. Once again, there are no major distributions that are owned by a black man or a black woman. And sooner or later, every independent artist take the money. Lil Flip got paid what, $38 million? He was the king of the underground for a minute. He was like, shit, that's too much money. It is what it is. Destroyed his whole career. They took Lil Flip from Game Over, Flip to Sunshine. I could be your. Come on, man, that wasn't him. So you got to understand how this Cardi B WAP shit, this shit get there. And you know, I love how, you know, and I'm gonna say this, man, and like I said, I'm fair and I'm firm. I love how CeeLo Green threw Nicki Minaj in there. This ain't Nicki Minaj creation. Nicki Minaj is trying to fit in with this shit. Nicki Minaj is not a stripper rapper by trade. She is a 38, 40-year-old woman who's looking for attention that's going through a midlife crisis at 38 and 40. She done seen rap has changed, and she trying to change her rap. This ain't her image. Nicki Minaj is not a stripper rapper. She just trying to fit in. When Nicki Minaj had female rap was not this bad. And I'm not a Nicki Minaj fan. But I gotta keep it 100. When Nicki Minaj was top dog in the female rap, it still was about lyrics. It still was about bars. Whoever was writing them, Safari, Lil Wayne, Drake, whoever. She had a standard to live up to. She lived, even though when she came out with Gucci on Slumber Party, she was a spitter. But she had a standard she lived up to. Nicki Minaj is not responsible for the destruction of female rap. She may be part of the destruction now because she's a 40-year-old woman trying to still be cool. She don't want to accept that. Let's switch the hustle up. Let's start doing movies. Let's start getting our own bundle businesses. Let's start, whatever. It's over with. She's trying to fit in and prove a point that she still can compete. But you can't compete with the originators of this. The Cardis, the Megans, the City Girls. They're the originators of stripper rap. You can't fuck with them. Renardo, salute. Gordon Quest, salute. Big Rich 313 said, after the Million Man March, they said that they have control of the narrative. They changed our music, took all of our TV shows off. I mean, that may be true. That's true. He said Nicki was a lesbian. Probably is, but at the end of the day, she didn't destroy it. MC Lyte was a lesbian. Queen Latifah been a lesbian the whole time. Not knocking it. She didn't destroy it. This not her. CeeLo Green was wrong. She trying to fit in, but this is not Nicki Minaj's creation. Now, if you want to say Nicki Minaj didn't pass the baton the right way, So be it. It's a lot of dudes that didn't pass the baton the right way. Biggie and Pac didn't have an opportunity to pass the baton to Jay-Z. And if they did pass the baton, it probably would have been with somebody like Nas. Jay-Z picked that baton up. He filled the void. Ralph, salute. South Florida in the house. Shout out to Broward County down there. Dade County, the whole nine. That's all I'm saying. But like I said, long story short, because people gonna put words in my mouth, I have no issue with the song, with the video. I have no. My only main issue is this: is there some whores in this house? That's the main thing I didn't like. That's it. Other than that, I've seen worse videos that show way more. So I'm not knocking them for what they did. It is what it is. It's no different from City Girls. It's no different than what Cardi B did. It's no different than making a stallion say, "Can I be a bitch?" Come on, man. Are we really gonna discredit Pac like that, bro? When I heard that song, I said, "Wow, you gonna take a brother that uplifted women, and a woman gonna make a song degrading themselves." But that was my main issue with it. I'm not a fan of Nicki. I'm not a fan of Megan. I'm not a fan of Cardi. I'm not a fan of City Girls. Not a fan. It's not my music. And like I said before, I don't like none of Beyonce's songs. I like one song she got with Jay-Z. That's Hollywood. Jay Salute. But they don't make music for me. I don't go to the clubs. I don't go to the titty bars. They don't make music for me. Took a short salute. Is it the destruction? Man, we already been on the destruction in music in our community. But hey, it is. It is what it is, man. They do what they want to do. It's up to everybody. Parents. And then this dude had a great comment. I'm gonna answer the super chat real quick. He said, "Does the so-called black community care about the children of our future? They don't." You hear this, man. I had a post yesterday, and I want to read this because I'm seriously, man. I don't even want to make this a black power thing, right? But this is post I want to read, right? Give me 1 minute. I'm gonna look it up. Just 1 second. Give me a minute. Man. Here you go right here. This girl say, "Y'all really let men talk y'all into splitting bills. Woo Father God." Then this girl comment say, "You want your wife to conceive your children, submit to you, take care of the house, cook, clean, etc., and provide for half of the household income and bills while you just provide your half. I really don't think y'all understand how much that's not actually 50-50. It will never be." And for the men disagreeing with this post, it goes to show you that you don't truly know the role of a wife. All What type of man are you and the type of female y'all are messing with? Me personally, I'd work if my husband permits it, and it is and as his help meet. I add whatever to the pot, but no split everything 50-50. I'd vacuum all the sand off the beach for before I settle for a man like that. Now, um, what was the one thing that stuck out to me about this, and it kind of correlates with this Cardi thing for me. Make sure I thumbs up the video and share the video. Infamous knowledge salute, just case salute. My thing is this: females say, "Well, I cook and I clean and I take care of the kids. That's my half." My issue is this with the black community. I went to school to be an educator, right? Didn't last long, right? But I still work with and seen multiple kids, right? A lot of kids. My issue is this: mommy swears she at home doing the best that she can, but why are these kids coming into preschool, kindergarten, not knowing they know how to write their name, not knowing their numbers, not knowing the alphabet? That's one of the reasons why black kids fall behind education wise. Mommy does not set a precedent usually, and I don't want to generalize, but I'm talking about the bad ones, for study habits or nothing. I come home, these chicks don't know how to cook, and I'm just speaking in general, not in my situation. These chicks don't know how to cook nothing but pasta and chicken. They nachos. Now, let me ask y'all a question like this, man. When the last time y'all seen, and the motherfuckers over 25, okay? 25 over. When the last time y'all seen y'all grandmamas make nachos and cheese? Mr. Williams, salute. Answer my question. When the last time y'all seen 25 and over? When the last time y'all seen y'all grandma make nachos? Goulash? Maybe some motherfucking chickens and dumplings? Maybe some hamburgers? Maybe some salmon croquettes? Maybe some spaghetti? Maybe even some fucking fish sticks. See, that's my issue with it. If I hold my end of the bargain up and I pay the majority, I do everything, right? I pay them my end of my bargain up, right? You at home with the kids. My kids don't know the letters. They don't know their name. They behind in reading. They behind in school. My clothes ain't washed. See, look here. That traditional shit from the 70s, 60s, 80s, and you want to even maybe say the 90s. That's dead. They talk about how men don't change tires or change oil no more or fix stuff around the house. Women don't know how to cook. Women don't clean no more. Women don't know how to keep themselves in shape. If I allow you to stand in the house, if I women down south is different. You're right. They still handle their business. The majority. I'm talking about from other than them, right? Women down south was really, really clean cut from what I seen. They still do. They wash your clothes and shit. I remember I had a homeboy from New Orleans, my boy Dave, and he broke up with his girl, and she still was washing his clothes, right? But this is not for the woman. This is not for the woman that handles their business, right? This is for the ones that don't. They want you to do all these concessions and all this stuff, but they're not traditional women no more. And once again, let's go back to the beginning of the video. Once again, who wants a wife who's twerking? Who wants a wife who don't cook and don't clean? But her poo-poo stay wet, her punani stay. Who want a wife like that? Who want a wife with their butt twerking in the video camera? Nobody. No much. If you want a wife like that, man, yo priorities messed up. They want us to be traditional, but guess what? It's several things wrong with them wanting men to be traditional. And the 50-50 thing, I get it. No, I don't want to spend no 50-50. I can take care of my half, more than my half. You just do what you do. But the problem is with that is that you pay all the bills. Let's say you pay 80% of the bills, right? And she pay her 20, right? My problem is this. You get money, you make money, you go to work, right? Because being a mother, especially a mother with an extra parent in the house, that's not a full-time fucking job. My mother had a full-time, a part-time job and raised me. That's not a full-time job. That's your responsibility to take care of your kid. If you didn't want that kid, you should have put a Jimmy on the hat. You should have put a hat on Jimmy. You should have kept your legs closed. You should have took birth control. If you didn't want the responsibility, that's not a job. That doesn't go into 50-50 of raising the kid. Because usually the money that put the clothes and put the kid in school, it comes from the male's pocket. So you want to get, recognition for doing what you're supposed to do as a woman. That's what God put you there for. That don't go into the financial equation. That's doing what you're supposed to do. As a black man or as a man, doing what I'm supposed to do is supposed to provide. But also, I raised the kid as well. So all of a sudden, it's this narrative, and I hate to take it. I hate to take it here, man. But I got some time tonight, a little bit of time. As a black man, or as let's just say a male, our job is to provide the money, come into the house, walk past the kids, eat the big piece of chicken, all right, eat the big piece of chicken, get in the shower, watch Sports Center, go to school. We don't say nothing to the kids. We don't go on field trips, right? We don't pass game down. We don't show kids how to fix flats on their tires. We don't build clubhouses. We don't pay for the birthday parties. Get out of here with that. We don't teach the kids how to ride a bike. We don't take our daughters on dinner dates to show them how God's supposed to treat them. It's like we don't do nothing to be a father. We just give money, scratch our nuts, go to work, watch TV, come home. We have no interaction. Let that marinate like neck bone juice, man. That's how they making it seem. We do nothing. We do nothing. Absolutely nothing. While they sit here and they go to parent-teacher conferences and they sit at home all day and they still watch Young and the Restless and watch stuff of that nature. If you do so much and you have a stay-at-home a girl you messing with, why they always getting fat? Why they always out of shape? Get out of here, man, please. They swear that being a father is easy. We don't get none of our flowers while we alive until we get sick and we dead. Then you hear, oh, I miss my daddy. We take all the negative blows because we sacrifice the time to make the money. And once again, I said this earlier. Or I said this whenever, yesterday, whatever. I did a video. I can't remember what it was. Tracy Morgan video. That's what it was. No man has enough time and enough money. No man. It's either one or the other usually that you working. You either gonna take your time and work or take your time and spend it with your family and come with less money. But if you come up short, woman gonna say you ain't handling your business. If you stay at work and you make that money, a woman say you don't spend enough time with your kids. It's a lose-lose situation. He said Big Rich was going through. He said I was down south that money. It's a completely different culture. We have Europeanized, and it goes back to what you said about our women acting like white women. Exactly. The long hair, following the plastic trend. No man got both. But females act like they got it so hard. Let me just tell you something about that before we switch to the city girls. I'm probably going to be a little bit more longer on this one, but I'm going to get to all the topics. Let me tell you about that, man. You want to know why? You want to know why dudes cheat? Because you can't win. You can't win. The mothers get all the love. They get all the cherishment. We don't get our flowers until an athlete that was hated retire, and you go back and say, damn, he was pretty good, like Muhammad Ali. Damn, he was pretty good. Don't nobody care when your granddaddy or your ass, when you sick and that, all that shit is fake love. Because you know what you're going to do? If you a real man and real grandfather, you got to be stern, you got to be tough, you got to be callous, you got to be hard. Because you can't show no emotion. You don't understand that till you get in that position. Why do you think the men usually always die first? Pay attention. Granny living a hard, a long, fruitful life. Think about that for a minute. So you want to know why dudes go out there and cheat on women? And I said this before. When a man starts cheating in a serious relationship, that's his resignation from this relationship. If you catch him, you catch him. If you don't, you don't. When a man go out there and start cheating, usually, that's his resignation. A man gonna tell you like, hey, babe, could you cook a little bit better? Could you cook a better meal? Hey, you know, this, y'all might argue for a minute, but he ain't gonna keep harping on it. Not somebody that's like, fuck it, I'm done. They not, but they make it seem like a father brings nothing to the relationship, and that's another issue that haunts society. That's another issue that haunts everybody in different colors and ethnic background. How she made it seem, if you want me to take care, look here. I can wash my own clothes. I can fucking cook my own food. Right? But at the end of the day, it's teamwork. That's not 50-50. That's not even 70-30. That's nothing. That's 0 to 100. What you supposed to do is be a parent. That's permanent. You don't get no cool points for being a parent. That ain't putting food on the table. That ain't boosting nobody credit score. And if you a stupid woman in this century, and things have changed, it's different. When your granddaddy worked at a great car factory or had a great job in the 70s and the 60s. I remember somebody told me a long time ago before I left off to college. He told me like today society is meant for a two-house income. And that's facts. That's facts. But you know what happens? When with women, let's say you do say, oh, she paid 20-30% of the bills, right? You paying all the bills, doing all this, that, and the third. All she gotta do is worry about, you know, whatever the bill is, right? You know what's so fucked up about it though? They still in your pockets regardless. Regardless, they still in your pockets. Regardless. She let's just say she make 2,000 a month. You pay everything, she pay a couple things, small things. Half her mortgage, half the rent, and she might pay the cable bill, or she might pay her car note, whatever it may be. They still gonna be in your pockets. It don't matter. They still gonna be in your pockets. But what's the messed up thing about it too? Women don't think about it. If you married and if you got a prenup, or if you're not married, what happened when he let you go? What happened if it don't work out? All right, you can live off child support. Let's say y'all not married, or y'all didn't have kids yet. You back to ground zero. You back to ground zero. That's why you see all these women like Tracy Morgan wife and probably Emmett Smith wife gonna be asking them, oh, I can't provide for myself because you've been sitting on your ass for the last 10, 20 years. Doing nothing. And now you need half because you're not accomplished. You ain't worked in 20 years. You don't have a work history. Like I said before, and I beat this in every woman head that I speak to, young woman. I say, look here, don't never put your eggs in one basket. Don't ever put all the power in a man's hand. A man got all the power once you make him pay all the bills. Once you don't stack your money up, now he got all the power. He the dictator now. Do you really want that? But long story short, you don't. A percentage doesn't count doing what you're supposed to do as a parent. That's not 10%. That's not 20%. That's not 50-50. 50-50 is not doing what you're supposed to do. You get no credit for that. So what else is you bringing to the table? Are you loyal? Can you pay the bills? Can you save our money? Can you clean? Can you cook? Can I trust you to be loyal? Can I trust you to be faithful? Can I trust you to hold yourself to a higher standard? 9 times out of 10, with the grade of women out here today, that's negative. I see it all the time. I see dudes that are fantastic, bro. I was messing with a chick and her boyfriend paid all the bills, right? At the time, I still was in school trying to find my way out. And she had a boyfriend that paid all of that, right? This nigga was 10 times the nigga I was at the time. You know, I was just some young dude trying to figure it out. Who you think she was throwing the pussy at when he worked at work late? Who you think she was coming over land with spending the night when she come on, man, get out of here. When you ain't got the time and energy to put in work, she gonna go find somebody else that put in work. Who you think she was bringing food over? She cooking for him and me. Had another girl. And these women just always seem to bounce into your lap. You don't go looking for these women. Like they say, the women that you think is out your league is in the bathroom sucking dick for coke. It's kind of an analogy, not literally, but a lot of times it is. That another girl, her boy, she had an older dude. Nigga had it all. I want it all. New socks and new drawers. Dope car, money, all that shit. Who you think she was fucking with on the side? Me. I ain't had shit. I had a little raggedy ass car, same around the same time. Come on, man. Get out of here. Women like the dudes that ain't got it together, bro. They do. Jay said he so some of these women good for nothing. Instagram and social media is a big cause for it. Yeah, I mean, yeah. But they want to get credit for doing what they supposed to do. And what they supposed to do, they ain't doing it right. Like we talked about. But let's talk about the city girls, right? Let's move on. That was a nice little interesting conversation there. Um let's talk about what they said, right? Now, there's a new interview with the Breakfast Club. They did this interview with City Girls, right? They said, why men are so pressed by lyrics coming from women rappers, they scared. Men is just threatened by women dominating right now because they are used to being in control of putting women on records, and now women are starting to team up and do it without them. JT said during the interview, now they got so much to say because back then you had to get on a hot song with the man to go number one or even chart, but now women are doing it themselves. All right. From Sweetie to City Girl Megan Stallion to the Queen Beyonce herself, women rappers have dominated 2020. Young Miami JT released their third album back in June. And guess how much their third album sold? Benjamin Foe, how much the City Girls' new album just sold in June? First week. They sold like 16,000 copies. How is that dominating? How is that dominating? They talking about first week record sales is 16,000, 20,000, 200,000 in streams. Our rappers back in the day, a lot of our rappers back in the day was going gold the first week with actual physical copies. 12,000, thank you. That's what they sold. And you call that dominating? You call that dominating? Last time I checked, go tell City Girl JT. Wasn't Lil Yachty writing her stuff? The majority of these female rappers don't even write. It's a man's pen. So how are you dominating the rap game when a man is penning your lyrics? Do they forget that? And you talking about Beyonce? Didn't no Neo write some of her shit? Come on. Do Immortal say men are gonna be in trouble with these women. They act like they don't need a man once they get the bag. And they all fumble the bag because they don't have good spending habits. Oh, trust me, man, if you work in the car factory, bro, man, shit, I don't even dare to talk to those when I worked in. I ain't even dare to talk to those women for what? Everybody, they really thought they was on some boss shit. That's why I say I changed my train of thought. I don't blame dudes for going to be with the other. I really don't. My only issue is a lot of times you get these brothers that get with the other and they want to just prove how black they is. Like, nigga, you ain't got to prove nothing to me, dog. I don't know what you call that. What kind of complex you call that? JT look like a man in this picture, bro. I got it. Go to complex. She look like a whole man. The other one look better than me. But how we feel threatened by female rappers? How when we writing their lyrics? It's been going on that since the beginning of time, damn near. Jermaine Dupri wrote the Brat first album, a lot of it, Functified. And that's the first female rap album to go platinum. Do you really, Reggie Singleton, salute Reg. Do you really want to be the face of this era of rap? Do you really want to be when they look back and say, "Oh man, this this the year that rap really took the croaked"? Do you really want to be responsible for that? Make sure y'all share the video and thumbs up the video if you haven't. Larry said, "I ain't gonna lie. I hear like 80% of female artists on hip hop stations. For every male artist song, I hear 3 female. I don't listen to remake radio no more. But shout out to Larry Coleman. At the end of the day, it's a man pen behind that. He said, Sugar Short said that Floyd daughter video was right on, especially the part about how we treat black kids who have real parents and get their support. Exactly, bro. That's facts. Black people got this independent mindset that they don't need no help. People say, "Oh, you think you better than me because your parents got your car? I ain't had it." Man, you ain't gonna make me feel bad. that my parents wasn't on crack and my parents provided for me and my grandparents provided for me, it ain't gonna make me feel bad. You know, and kind of a lot of things for me. When I was around, when I look back on it, bro, when I got 21, 22, 23, I started to see a lot of the people that I hung around with, they weren't my friends. Some people, it takes a lifetime for them to make that adjustment. And when I kind of found out and I seen how people was jealous and people was hating, I kind of was like, you know what? I'm not really controversial about, challenging a person because I see no point to go to a nigga mode. My whole thing was this: separation. That's it, separation. I separated myself from all the hating ass niggas and females. I did that. I didn't make a scene about it. I didn't make a status about it. I separated. You're not gonna make me feel bad because I have support. You're not gonna make me feel bad if I stay with my mom and she told me get my credit up, save up for a crib, buy a crib, save up for a new car. You're not gonna make me feel bad. And my grandparents and my father helped me get to college. I don't feel bad. I don't let that get to me. Because when I look at my Arab friends, when I look at my white friends, you know what I'm saying? They families, they get married, they get a house. They get a brand new car. They chipping in again, they sister, they grandma new. I don't feel bad because I'm been out that nigga mindset. I've been out that Negro mindset. You're not gonna make me feel lesser, it don't matter. A lot of y'all going to these boosters getting these $100 and $200 Nike suits and shoes and shit and acting like y'all the shit, but I go pay for mine retail, we not the same. My outfit is retail. I didn't get it on a 5-finger discount, or I didn't get it on an 80 or 60% discount. That's the difference. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, people don't look at it like I got the same fit you got on, but nobody looked about how you got the fit. Same thing with parents. White people, Arab people, all them motherfuckers work together. We the only ones putting our kids out on the street, not helping them, teach them our credit. I don't feel bad that I had good parents. They weren't strung out on crack, and they took care of me. And my mom gave me a car. My dad. I don't feel bad. Yes, I had help. Yes, I had help. Yes, if I fall out, I can still get bailed out if I need to. I don't feel bad. These other people want to make you feel bad. They want you. I'm telling you, bro. You got to know these enemies that's in your grasp, man. And you won't have to sit there and call these niggas that stole from me. Petty shit. I could have went to got the gun, or I could have confronted them, fight them for what? All I do is create separation. Create that separation. That's the best killer right there. That's better than taking a pistol and blowing a nigga brains out. Separation. Cutting somebody off. You ain't gotta let them know they cut off. They know it. But back to the city girls. I mean, at the end of the day, they can say they dominate and rap all they want to, but they dominating off a man's pen. Straight up and down. If they want to say they dominating rap, I'm not mad at them. Because male rap ain't much to really, talk about neither. But what we can say, females don't have a Kendrick. Females don't have a Crit. Females don't have a Cole. Females don't have a Big Sean. Females don't have a Wale. Females don't have a Rick Ross. Lauryn Hill and MC Lyte, that was many moons ago. Missy Elliott, many moons to go. Queen Latifah, women's first, ladies first, many moons to go. The Boss, many moons ago. Little Kim, somebody was already writing her shit too in Foxy Brown. Many moons to go. Or they got Rhapsody. And do they talk about Rhapsody? Do they put Rhapsody on the pedestal? She the dopest MC out there, Young and May. Do they put her on the pedestal or whatever she want to call? Do they put her on the pedestal? No. They got solid rap. They got solid. I mean, more than solid. Those females are extraordinary. What they do, Young and May is dope. Rhapsody is dope. They dope. But city girls can say all they want to. They ignorant. They sold 12,000 in a week, and not even physical copies. They sold that in streams. So if you the hottest, if you dominating, why you only selling 12,000? Come on, man. Talking about men are a threat. And they always trying to make it seem black men, black women. I care less of what y'all do. If you want to take credit for the awful rap that y'all producing, I'm not mad at you. If you want to switch my test with your test and I got an F and you want to take credit for that F, I ain't mad at you. I'm really not. Make sure I thumbs up and share it. But I respect the hustle. Get your money. But I want to hear about y'all crying about how y'all broke and how they recoup this and oh man I'm broke and this that and the third. I ain't trying to hear that shit. Talking about well we threatened because they dominate. Man, I wouldn't want to take credit for this era of rap if my life depend on. Is it a couple people I like in this era? Absolutely. But I don't listen to albums from these niggas like I used to. When Kiss dropped, I got it. When Dipset dropped, I got it. When Pac dropped, I got it. You know what I'm saying? When DMX dropped, especially them first two, I had it. You know what I'm saying? So who they really got? Outside of the main guys I named. Joey Badass don't really get no play. Freddie Gibbs don't really get no play. So what we talking about? We talking about Young Thug? The dude that don't want to come out the closet? You talking about Lil Yachty, who write, the City Girls lyrics sometimes? Painting his nails and coming out here with a perm? This is who we talking about. This is who we talking about. Before you sit out here and say they dominating rap, look here. Get you a female producer. Get you a female, matter of fact, write your own lyrics. Get you a female producer. Get you an engineer and show us that you can dominate by yourself. Show it. Show it. Show me you can sell more than 12,000 albums. Just because you got a single that's number one, don't make you dope. You can go ask Snitch 9. My boy Jay Zane 360 said, God say Freddie Gibbs and Benny Butcher gets no love. Nope. Out to Buffalo, man, and Gary, Indiana. But like I said before, man, they talking, oh, we dominate, but motherfucker Bentley forget you using a man's pen. Okay. However you slice the cake, it's still a man at the end of the day that's responsible for your success. Matter of fact, get out of your record deal with QC and go sign with a woman. What's so funny is this. Like I'm in on this, I'm gonna switch to Nick Cannon and I'll take questions and we can go on from there. What's funny is this. Females ask us and make it imperative for us to support them. But then they turn around and discredit us. How does that work? The WNBA, female rap, they sit here and say, oh, y'all are always talking about us. Y'all don't accept us. Y'all don't support us. Or then they ask for they bipolar. They bipolar. They bipolar as hell. How you gonna ask us to support and then diss us? That's crazy. And being number one has never been representative of you being the dopest rapper. Nas and Pac and Biggie never received the Grammy. Big Pun never received the Grammy. Being number one on the Billboard is meaning you crossed over. That's it. It don't mean your album is hot. Go look at MC Hammer. Look at MC Hammer. MC Hammer got one of the highest selling albums. I'm pretty sure Vanilla Ice somewhere up there as far as some album or song. The Def HD said in the super chat, She New York's only dope female artist right now. I never heard of her. You know what I'm saying? So Josh the Saints fan say Rhapsody over at Cardi B. Salute. Great. Benjamin Fellows, at the end of the day, they taking their money also, especially QC do exactly. So all I'm saying, when it boil down to it, if y'all don't need our support, stop asking for it. We don't ask y'all to come Buy our records. We don't ask y'all to come to the WNBA. I mean to the NBA games. That'd be killing me. Oh, we need y'all. We need y'all to stay. Oh, we don't need y'all. Which one is it? No, Big L, Soldier Slim, BG, Juvenile. No, I don't think he won the Grammy neither. Remember the Wu Tang lost the Grammy to Puffy No Way Out, right? Do people remember that? That was the biggest travesty damn near in Grammy history, other than Macklemore and taking it over Kendrick. He said it's always been reported that more men watch the WNBA than women. Yeah, they always dissing us and then begging us to support them. That's what they do. So being number one on the Billboard, what Jay Z say on What's Free? What'd he say? He said we're looking at Billboard like, is you dumb? Come on, right then and there, that should show you the Grammys don't mean nothing rap wise, and the charts is all a popularity contest. You know what I'm saying? And right now the charts it's a big fake streaming thing right now. Real talk, it's a lot of fake streaming going on. It's a lot. I mean, I don't know how much these dudes selling. So at the end of the day, I mean, it is what it is. Enter the 36 Chambers lost to Puffy No Way Out. How? Let's talk about Nick Cannon. Give me a memo for something with Nick. Nick, don't be with Nick. I remember that shit with I'm a gigolo. Nick. Cat Williams. That's before he blew up. Give me a minute. Boom, 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 boom. It says it's just that simple. Wildin' Out belongs to Nick. His team said about the lawsuit, the show was created by Nick Cannon with his idea and original thought. Wildin' Out who has brought billions of dollars in revenue to Viacom since 2015. Nick deserves and earns everything it's worth from the platforms he provides for the other entertainers, the jobs he creates for the black youth, the time he gives to mentoring incarcerated men and women, to the money he gives back and puts into communities, homelessness, and people less fortunate. He is constantly evolving both spiritually and mentally, as well as taking action in learning, education, and bridging the gap within the Jewish and African American communities. If Viacom believes in growth, equality, education, then Viacom will do what is right and pay Nick what they owe him and giving him his 1.5 billion brand. The statement read. At the end of the day, Angel salute. At the end of the day, Nick Cannon got a death wish. That's all I say. At the end of the day, Nick Cannon got a death wish. Even if he win this lawsuit, he won't see that money for years. They'll tie that shit up in court. You know what I'm saying? And what's so funny about what I just read? He said, "Oh, he's giving back to the Jewish and the black community." Nick Cannon know he fucked up. Nick Cannon tried to act like he was about that life when he should have just apologized or just never said the statement to begin with. Um, he thought he was about that life, and he not. He not willing to sacrifice for the greater good of the black community. You know, one of the reasons he not willing to sacrifice because ain't nobody have his back. And when he noticed that it was too late to apologize to Viacom, he apologized for the other station. That's what it boiled down to. Nick Cannon should have knew. Nick Cannon, in my opinion, got every reason not to support black people. Nick Cannon got every reason to be Terry Crews. You probably like, oh, CJ, you tripping, man. I'm not. All the black people have ever done this to Nick Cannon was shit on him. Shit on his movies. Shit on him versus Eminem. This dude brought a record back that Benzino brought out, and he got the same response Benzino got, where Eminem is on record saying black women ain't shit, black bitches ain't this, white women better. He legitimately brought that to the forefront, and black women said, well, Eminem apologized, and We should move on. At that point, Nick Cannon should have knew. When no black person was following you in your pursuit to eliminate Eminem and expose him as a white supremacist and probably a Trump voter, right? And remember, he didn't start the Eminem battle. Eminem was obsessed with his wife Mariah Carey. Let's not forget that, right? Black people didn't have his back when he was being black, and people don't know his background. Nick Cannon, dad, started some type of gang, Blood or Crip in San Diego. He know mixed martial arts. He know boxing. He can rap. He created numerous jobs. You know what I'm saying? He married a black woman in Mariah Carey. Nick Cannon checked off every box, and still black people turned their back against him. Can you imagine that more black people still supported Kanye West after Kanye West left his black woman for a Kardashian, after Kanye West sold his soul, after Kanye West put that red hat on? Black people had more support and more love for Kanye West than Nick Cannon. Let that sink in for a minute. Nick Cannon, who checked off every box, bro. Only thing they got on Nick Cannon is he said that black men think a white woman on his arm is the symbol of success. And did he lie? No, he didn't lie. Black men really believe that. A lot of them. But you know what this takes us all back to the very beginning of the topic. Black women don't want the right black men. The black men that carry themselves like Nick Cannon, clean cut, is considered corny and lame. That's it. That's it. That's it. So Nick Cannon has every right to be Terry Crews right now. Nick Cannon got every right to turn his back on black people and be Uncle Ruckus. He been had the right. People wasn't fucking with Nick before. Nick should have been sold out to the white man, and I would have understood. You want to know why Terry Crews do what Terry Crews do? Terry Crews already figured it out. Catering towards the black person is gonna go bad. Soon as you make a mistake. Oh, he's a hypocrite. Remember they did Bill Cosby like he's a hypocrite. The white man didn't bury Bill Cosby. They dug the grave. The black person buried him. And that's what it is. Nick Cannon miscalculated the faith black people had. Nick Cannon is considered like an Oreo. It's not true though. But when they take a dude that's on wax being a white supremacist over you, come on, man. Come on. It be educated sisters that will consider Nick lame, which is a damn shame. I mean, it be hood rats too. I heard D.L. Hughley radio station going in on him. I had to turn the station. D.L. Hughley been that way, bro. Sean, salute. It is what it is. That's why I say, man, I'm detaching myself from this shit. I had conversations with people behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? And oh man, you should keep going. You breaking through. Had conversation with other people say, hey, that's the way I am. You trying to figure it out. You starting to figure it out. And I get it now. That's why I detach myself away from this Black Power movement. I just woke up one day, I say, man, I do all these videos on YouTube, right? I don't get no support. I get more controversy than support. I'm fighting YouTube with these videos. The month I stopped doing them videos, bro, my channel shot right back up. For what? If my own people not going to support me, why should I keep doing it? Straight up and down, why should I keep doing it? And my turning point was Nick Cannon. My turning point was like, you know what, man? Black Lives Matters, all this protesting and rioting and bull jive. I'm not with it no more. Because there's so many inconsistent black people. It's a lot of people that want to be black when it's right. Soon as somebody gets shot, soon as somebody get beat by a cop, we want to cry and complain. I detach myself from that. I did. I did. I detached myself from it. When I look at the bigger picture, motherfuckers still begging for Breonna Taylor. When she died months ago, people begging still. When I look at it, I see Kanye West getting all the support. Ain't that crazy? Nick Cannon created jobs. He put battle rappers on. Nobody knew comedians on. At one point, they was getting 50 racks a show. And they was doing 13, 14, 15 episodes. You know, you see it the Master P story, right? Even though I don't think it's done yet. I haven't finished it. Master P put, look, I'm gonna end on this and I'll take a few questions. I'm gonna just show you how ungrateful black people is, right? A lot of them. You sign a no limit, right? Just listen to this for a minute. You sign a no limit. Y'all can start asking questions. I'll get to them. You sign a no limit. You get a chain. You get a house. You get a car. You get a rollie, right? Master P paying you good. And niggas still ain't happy. They still complaining. You say, you know what? You don't like your contract? I'm gonna rip it up. Puffy wouldn't do that. Interscope wouldn't do that. Baby wouldn't do that. Nobody in the industry doing that. Even RZA, when he let Wu-Tang go from their contracts, they still had to go to court and spend their money to break those contracts. Master P said, okay, you want to go? Rip him up. He's somebody that fed everybody. Go back to Paid in Full. AZ. He fed the block. He made sure everybody ate. Alpo, Rich, the little nigga that tried to, he made sure everybody ate. He made sure everybody got money. At the end of the day, them very same people turned on AZ, and them very same people turned on Master P. Very same people turned on Nick Cannon. So you want to know why Jay-Z moved the way Jay-Z moved? Because Jay-Z know no matter if I do the right thing, if I do the wrong thing, it's still going to be the wrong thing. So let me do what's best for me. Nick Cannon was my turning point. I'm not with that shit no more. I love my people, but I'm not out here fighting fake causes. I'm not out here giving people the benefit of the doubt. That's it. I cut my losses then. When they treated Nick Cannon like that, and at one point you kind of try to dial like maybe no, and I seen the Master P story, I said no. Like Pac said, man, he said they said a white man is the one I should fear, but it's my own kind doing all the killing here. Come on, man. These bars that go back 20, 30 years, and they still live today. When I look outside and I gotta get gas at night, I ain't looking out for the white man. I'm looking out for another nigga to take my head off my shoulders. Our public enemy number one is ourselves, but I get to these questions, y'all keep answering. He said DL been a sellout. Facts. He said, yeah, all that shit is distraction for us from the most important. Shout out to Infamous Dollars to Sean. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Text Tech, love to give white people a pass and benefit of the doubt. You ain't lying. They don't get a white person a pass before they give you a pass. I seen it happen all the time. They complained about Master P not treating them right. Man, shit. Master P probably lost some money fucking with a lot of them. But Ring General, that's all I can say. I'm not pronounce your first name. Black women most often than not do not want a good black man. I mean, it seemed that way in their younger days. They don't want the good black man until they cooch all beat up and shit. You feel me? They don't want the good black man until they got all these kids and then we don't want their kids, or we say we don't date single mothers. We seen as being oh you weak and this that and the third. Like I said, I don't blame nobody for being who they want to be with. Infamous Knowledge say they was bugging out, letting me get signed and get shown love like we gonna keep it getting rich. Sean say some people it still ain't enough greed, He said facts can't win for losing. That was facts. Take care of yourself. If you feel that black women ain't right for you, I ain't had a lot of successful black women over my time. I just stuck with them. Real talk. I ain't never been a thug type. I just been me. Some people gonna like it, some people not gonna like it. But we supposed to compromise. I don't let no random black woman tell me what I am and what I ain't. I don't let no black woman tell me what I am and what I ain't. No random, sugar short or no man. Shout out to everybody that ran up the bag these past 4 months. Salute. But like I like I keep saying before, man, that pro black shit is out the window. It's dead. Ain't no these dudes ain't galvanizing. Ain't nobody gonna put their money together, do no property. Ain't nobody wanna do right. We gonna be stuck in the same position, killing each other. And if you got your money to do it, get up out the hood. Get out and get out that box of thinking that you gotta be with a black woman. It's African, it's Haiti, Haitians, it's Jamaicans, they're whoever you want to be with. It don't make you no less of a man because pro black don't exist. Yo, blackest person out there, and I'm not talking as far as the color. They got some infidelities. They got some holes in their armor. You know what I'm saying? Hey, somebody told me Louis Farrakhan's son was married to a white woman. Come on, don't let nobody determine your fate or your blackness. That same person that sit out here, oh, you ain't no real black man. They the same one sitting out here chucking and jiving for the white man. Same dude that's talking to you about, oh man, we gotta be with black women. You turn around and they ex-wife, or they ex-fiance, a white woman or Puerto Rican or Asian. You know what I'm saying? Same person trying to tell you what you is and what you ain't as a black man got the Yeezys on their feet. Come on, man. Ain't no code no more, bro. If and not said the Black Lives Matter movement is funded by the enemy. Anytime we die, the enemy profits off of that. It's too much false hope. Exactly. Exactly. The game is rigged. Nick should have brought more people in at a round table. He could have digressed his true thoughts and have a black back and forth with other people. It's over with. He did. He had the rabbi on. It's over with. He should have just apologized. He miscalculated black people, his black support, which I don't know how he miscalculated the black support though. This dude worth how much Nick Cannon worth? Let's see how much Nick Cannon worth. They say he worth $30 million. I'm pretty sure he worth way more than that. But if you worth 30 million, take your 30 million wide into the sun. Nick shouldn't have backpedaled. I mean, at the end of the day, why shouldn't he have backpedaled? That's the crazy thing about it. Because when he said what he said, it was a lot of black people that were saying, "Oh, he dividing this up and he using this as a distraction." There was a lot of black people who didn't support what he said about the Jews, straight up and down. So before that's a cop out to me. Before people say Nick Cannon backpedaled, people was already, black people was putting more pressure on him damn near than the Jews was. So come on. So if he didn't backpedal, do y'all really think his people would have had his back? No. So it didn't matter if he backpedaled or not. To me, he should have known they weren't gonna have. Yeah, he should have known that. But hey, appreciate it. I gotta get up out of here. Appreciate the love. Share the show. Shout out to everybody that tapped in. Don't forget if you got a question, my social media links in the description. Appreciate the love.